Hello everyone, welcome to yet another episode of The Lavena Show. I'm Lavena. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to like, leave a comment and share. And follow me on Facebook and Instagram. It's Lady Lavena, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Guys, today we've got yet another very good episode. Our guest is all the way from Nigeria. And towards the end of the show, we are going to hear a very good song. So you've got to stay tuned. But first, let's start with hashtag Connect a Friend. So hashtag Connect a Friend are profiles of people you can connect with in business. And our hashtag Connect a Friend for today is Phillip Moyo. Phillip Moyo, famously known as Comrade Phil, is a broadcaster, TV and radio presenter, communications officer for Global Kingdom Spirit Children's Foundation, events and wedding planner, entrepreneur and multi-award nominee. Phillip Moyo is a young entrepreneur well known for his vibrant, charismatic and funny character on weddings, TV and radio. He is also formerly employed at the Children's Foundation to help children all over Africa. Phillip does not only MC at weddings but plans them as well. He has done well for himself as an under 30, being a social media marketer, actor and workshop facilitator. He is full-time employed at ZBC as a producer and is a presenter for Khulumani FM radio. He also runs Comrade Phil Entertainment, which specializes in events management and MC. Not only is Comrade Phil an MC, TV and radio presenter, but he is also venturing into farming. That was one very good profile. Now moving on to the heart of the show. Our guest is all the way from Nigeria. He is an award-winning filmmaker and communications expert. Guys, this gentleman has worked with brands like CBS, Disney, CNN, Paramount Pictures. I mean, are we not blessed to have him here today? He is going to share with us his story. So let's listen and be inspired.
Hello, my name is Dr. Thomas-Jeffery Seaman. I'm an award-winning filmmaker and a communications expert with a 22-year career. I work for brands like CBS, Paramount Pictures, Disney, CNN, and quite a few others. I am a family man and a believer in the African Renaissance, with an underlying principle that Africa needs to move from a consuming economy to a creator economy. I'm on the list of the top 5% of Africa's film producers, and I identify as a feminist. I'm the conveyor of the 50-50 movement. It's a movement that reprogrammes men and boys to treat women and girls as equals and foster a better world for all men, women, and children. I am an entrepreneur, not a business owner. Why do I say that? There's a big difference between business owners and entrepreneurs. Business owners tend to run businesses, while entrepreneurs solve problems. When I started filmmaking, it was not popular. My peers laughed at me because my first degree was in business administration, and logically, the end thing was to do an MBA and a doctor's in business administration, because those were more profitable at the time, even now maybe. So when I opted to do a master's and a PhD in film, it was a waste of money, according to everyone around me. Before I started business, I asked myself questions. Today, people don't want to ask questions. They don't talk to themselves. Questions. What questions do you ask yourself about your business? When you ask the right questions, you get clarity on the way to run your business. A question opens the mind. People start businesses for 3 reasons. 1, lifestyle. 2, legacy. And 3, wanting to disrupt or change the world. When we talk about lifestyle, people start businesses so they can dress good, they can drive wonderful cars, they have money to spend, and be figures in society, so to say. For legacy, you have seen a lot of businesses where parents, grandparents start businesses, hand them down to their sons and daughters, and they also do the same to their own sons and daughters. And even if the business is not big, as long as it still runs in the family, you hear somebody saying, oh, my father started this company 50 years ago, and it's still in a garage, for example. That's an example of people that start businesses for legacy. But wanting to change the world, to disrupt the world, that's the mentality of people that want to cause changes in the world that will meet people's needs and at the same time give them sustainable income, generational wealth. There's a life of conspicuous consumption. That's where we buy things that we don't need to impress others, that really don't care about us. That's what is widely practiced today. So a young business owner wants to show his or her family and friends that he or she has arrived and ends up using the profit meant to expand the business to buy a luxury car, which is not beneficial to the business. I wanted to change the world. I wanted to tell life-changing African stories that disrupted the norm. Disruption, by the way, is when you are able to do something cheaper, better, and faster than the standard in the industry. We have a standard for film in the industry, and there's a way they look at African cinema. I wanted to change that. And until you decide to disrupt your industry and be at the top of your value chain, your competitors don't know who you are. And if your competitors don't know who you are, as far as I'm concerned, you're not in business. Most of us have a Facebook account, but the creator of Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, doesn't know any of us. Why? Because the ideology of the Americans is to build businesses for the global community, not just for one person. Ask yourself this. If the CEO of the largest competitor knows you exist, if that CEO does not know you exist, you are not disrupting the industry yet. I wanted to create value, not just to build an institution. So I asked myself the right questions. Here in Africa, we rely on our uncles and aunts to give us money for projects. And when they don't give, we call them wicked, blah, 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 because we feel that they have the money, but they're refusing to give us. Because we see them pay their drivers, their dry cleaners, even their girlfriends. But you see, all of these people that they pay are giving them value and meeting their needs at one point or another. And you think being related to them gives you the right to demand? A lot of things switched in me when I started business. And so I then decided to surround myself with the right people, because I understood that you will move in the direction of the people you are associated with. And for me, direction is more important than speed. I didn't come from a buoyant background, but all I knew was a buoyant background needs to come from me. And if the people in your circle are not contributing to your growth, you are not in a circle. you're in a cage, as far as I'm concerned. So I decided to start honoring people and honor their gift or their skill, because I understood that the dimension I honor in is the dimension I'll be rewarded in. I will never see greatness and ignore it. No, TJ doesn't do that. Anytime I see a person who has done what I haven't done or reached where I haven't reached before, I sustain the discernment to honor them. So it baffles me when people try to compete with those they should be learning from. That's our pattern. That's our MO in Africa. There's an addiction to trivialize people in Africa. Have you ever thought of giving someone you honor gifts? Your wife may just be your miracle, and you can't say it. If all she means to you is a wife, then wifely duties is what you get out of her. But if you honor her beyond that, a new door may just be open to you. So your spouse could just be your miracle. Your child may just be your miracle. Your brother, your sister may just be your miracle. You might not know because you refuse to honor them. And also closely related to that, your spouse's choice can either make you or destroy you completely. I have an awesome wife who sees what I see, and together for the past 21 years, we have built and grown with singularity of vision. And then I put values by which I will do business. My values are quality, loyalty, and keeping my word. You may make a whole lot of profit and destroy value. That's very, very possible. Because for me, the yardstick for excellence shouldn't be how much profit I'm making, but how many lives I am touching. When you have business values, the right clients value you. Any customer that tells you your product is too expensive probably isn't your customer. Do you think that a customer would enter a Ferrari or Lamborghini shop, and when he or she hears the price would be like, but a Mazda or a Toyota cost less? No, that means that's not the car you should be purchasing. Many of us don't like taking risks, but trust me, if you don't take risks, you will work for someone who does. We should never expect any profitable income without thinking of how we can add value to our clients. I wish all of us a happy Father's Day, and may our fathers be fathers in a real sense of the word. May we be there for our families, and may we transfer our blessings that will transcend generations.
Wow. You heard it for yourselves, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Dr. TJ, for coming through and sharing with us such wise words. I'm sure you guys at home can testify that this was totally life transforming. Thank you so much, Dr. TJ. Now, to close off our show, we are going to hear one of my all-time favorite songs. Guys, this song won over 10 awards. It's by Ashen featuring Tigons. It's entitled Kure. Until we meet again next week Sunday, bye.
What kind of man are you gonna be? A man who's lost his culture and his ways. A man who's given up all he was meant to be, just to make the world around him feel important. Simba mutaka usarunga mwana, cheu kiranzira ya wafamba uchakuona kachana. Cause it's gonna be a long way, still I gotta make it someday. Talk about change, deal with from nothing to something, I'm headed to the top. Yeah. Shagaitika shure, shakasara kure. Patinenda kure, patino bakure. Shagaitika shure.